If you're newer to the doll making game, then you might have run into the problem no one really talks about. Men. More specifically, sculpting them. Girls typically have very easy curves to sculpt, even if they're more subtle. It's a lot easier to just slap some clay in some places and smudge it until it looks somewhat right. With dudes, not so much. So, since I have to make a new male doll body base for an upcoming project and I completely forgot how to sculpt guys, I figured I'd take you along, so hopefully if you also have no idea what you're doing, you can learn something too. One thing I know for certain is that it's best to start with the wonderful famous sphere, just like we did for the girl body I sculpted in an earlier episode in the series. If you look at a guy that has what I like to call a basic man build, they tend to be mostly triangular. So I'm jumping straight into sculpting mode, flattening-ish both sides of this soon-to-be torso and stretching it out into that triangular shape. I'm not going over the basics of how to use Blender in this video, so if you need help or a reminder, make sure you go check out the video card at the top of the screen. The rear end tends to have its own personality, so I'm using a sphere to make its rough shape. Think of this part like a diaper. And I almost forgot to mention, obviously we're going to probably lean towards different body types, so please gather references, lots and lots of references. It's going to be a little hard to sculpt anything else without knowing where his legs are, so I'm going to sketch those out with some more spheres. There's really no super special secret to this part. No matter what you do, it's going to look like trash. But the good news is that means you're on the right path. I'm also going to add in his neck so I can better place some of the muscles. Going back into sculpting mode, I'm going to slap on the clay in generally the right areas and pray for the best. Seriously, that's pretty much all I'm doing. I forgot that he kind of needs shoulders, so I'm adding some more spheres to help me sculpt that in too. Now that we have some sort of shape going on, it's time to carve in those details and slowly build this up. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you want to take it, I don't have a very super specific step-by-step process for this, and honestly, there were several moments where I confused myself. But just trust me, this will look good by the time we're done. Here are some pictures from Pinterest I'm using as references and what I'm learning from them. Putting the images in black and white, or just finding some already in black and white, is sometimes way more helpful than if it was in color. Basically, all I'm doing is breaking things down into two sections, lumps and ditches, aka high points and low points. I also know squat about anatomy, so I'm pretty sure this is like a semi-genius way to break things down. Hopefully these side-by-sides are helping. Please be patient with yourself. I tried to leave as much as my trying and failing in this video as much as possible, so you can see that this is not going to just magically look good. You're going to have to take some time building things up and then flattening them back down again. A good rule to make those smaller, more subtle details almost sculpt themselves is paint the clay in the same direction the muscle's going when you can. That's how I get those little accidental bumps and dents that mimic the natural variations in real people. Seriously, just kind of play around. And these are a few more things I like to keep in mind. There's a star in the middle of the chest. Dude butts kind of look like sideways livers or beans. And this little section is like when you wear an oversized hoodie and the fabric kind of folds in onto itself. If you kind of take a minute to notice these small little landmarks and make random little notes in your head, then the whole myth about you needing to know anatomy like a mad scientist will never scare you again. This also helps a lot with drawing too. For most of the lines or the ditches, I'm using the pinch brushes to really make those a bit more polished and neat. And then here, I'm just readjusting a few things so I can skip a step and jump straight into jointing so this can be turned into a doll. Like usual, if you have any questions or want me to go over something in more detail in a future video, let me know in the comments. I think I mentioned this before, but all of this started because for the next project, I'm making a very specific one-eyed character from a very popular show. You might be able to guess who that is without even trying, so just for you, I've already got the video up and ready for your enjoyment. No waiting this time. Go check it out and I'll see you there.